Hi, good morning. This is Raquel Okiai. This is my first show. I just opened up a YouTube channel. I don't have any subscribers, so I'm hoping if you could just subscribe right now. And what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel is basically keep you informed about what I'm up to, and I'd like to go on the road with the video to whatever's going on politically, protests or any kind of organized group against the government or against whatever's going on in America that all of us care about so much. We try to cover all that here on my YouTube channel. Um, but for now, let me just let you know that I've been writing about politics since 2005. I'm a writer for Human Events. I write for their E-Letter, a weekly article for Guns and Patriots, and I talk about the Second Amendment and cases in which people's Second Amendment rights have been violated. You can find those articles at humanevents.com. And if you link to E-Letters and scroll down to Guns and Patriots, you can find my articles there. I have one that was published today about a grassroots campaign against a county fair in Erie County, New York, that basically told members of this group, SCOPE, that they couldn't have their pro-Second Amendment material at the county fair, which basically outraged them. So they got out their troops, they made phone calls, and eventually the county fair coordinators, they just capitulated. They decided to go ahead and let them have the signs. So it's an interesting article, and you can find that at humanevents.com, published today. I had an article last week that was published. It's about a police brutality case. I spent quite a few weeks, a lot of time on this, interviewed quite a few people. I hope you could take a look. It's a little bit long. It basically really exposes some very corrupt politicians and officials in St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana. I caught some slack for the story from some bloggers in Louisiana calling me like a right-wing nutjob and other things. But the reality is, I'm just the messenger. I'm telling Shane Gates' story. He's the victim in this case. Shooting down the messenger doesn't really change the underlying facts. And the underlying facts are that it appears to be that this county or parish, it's called in Louisiana, is wholly corrupt and lots of bad things going on there. So apparently there's a federal investigation going on there because of all this corruption. The county coroner was taken down for corruption as well. So that's an interesting story. You could find that at Human Events also. I just wanted to mention one show that really, one thing that really got me angry over the weekend. And that's that this 18-year-old young man was killed, tasered by police officers. He was tagging. This happened in Miami. He's an artist. He was an artist. He had his work shown at some Miami galleries. So it's really very, very unfortunate, very, very sad that the kid was tagging on some public property, and police officers felt it necessary to tase the kid to death. So I'm really outraged by it. I'm going to talk about it on my Facebook page and so on, and hopefully maybe put together an article from my website. My website is conservative-women.com. I haven't put as much time into it as I've wanted to over the past 7-8 months or so, but that's going to change now. I picked up a couple of new writers and some volunteers, and we have 2 new articles published today. One is about racism in America, and the second one is about a legal battle going on in New York State between the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association and the governor for passing the SAFE Act. As many of you know, the SAFE Act was passed on January 15th by the New York State Legislature and the governor without community input. They rushed it. It's a bad law. It's anti-Constitution. It's anti-New York State Constitution and U.S. Constitution. So people are pretty pissed off. So I wrote about 7 or 8 articles on this topic. You could find that at humanevents.com. And so please don't forget to subscribe. These videos are going to get a lot better. So bear with me. Subscribe to the page. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at RQ Political Blog. And of course, you can find my articles at Human Events. and also at conservativewomen.com. So thank you for tuning in, and I plan to be back on Wednesday, so I will see you then. Bye.